Steve, kọjá block short. Okay.
And that what has transpired today is just the truth being revealed, and that there is no padded budget. There is no 3.7 trillion or any 3 trillion budget that is padded. It was as a result of misinformation, and that has been cleared on the floor today. As you can see, we passed a budget of 28.77 trillion, and the president presented a budget of 27.55 trillion, and that is what has transpired. And I want to thank my colleague, at least for all of them, for rising to the occasion and speaking to the truth, and that's what has transpired today. That has been adequately done, because as we have said, there is no proof or any evidence to show that anything illegal was done to that budget, and you have the best of the best budget for 2024, and the budget has been a budget of renewal and to revamp our economy. It's that simple. For the constituency project, it's clear what is allotted to each of the senators, and that is what they got. That was, as I said, it's to the public. It's a public document. No, it's a public document. You can also look at it. Are you with me? It's not something that is hidden. It's a public document. Appropriation Act is out there, and any information you so desire to have in it, you can take it, buy it over, get it anywhere, and you have all the information you need to have. No 500 million anywhere. Yes. No 500 million anywhere. I can say that. Thank you.
Let's go to the.
I move the motion to suspend him based on our rules and the fact that it's not really good to say the federal government operates two budgets. This is not right. It's going to affect the Ministry of Finance when they have external engagements. When they go out to discuss borrowing with IMF, World Bank, they will query them because they will Google it. And again, it's not encouraging castigate President Ahmed Bola Tinubu by saying that he operates two budgets. This is one president that have not hurt anybody. He's a harmless person, and there's no point using those derogatory statements. I'm sure we are one Senate. We will come back and story goes, and then of course we'll take another motion. But at least it's very important to have discipline in the Senate, to have discipline in Nigeria economy, and the integrity of the government is very, very important. And that's why we can't do anything less than to say he has to go on suspension. I said that at the floor of the Senate. Nobody gave me 500 million. I've not seen 500 million. And I'm not interested in 500 million because the budget has captured everything. Capital project is there, 8 trillion naira, which is almost the same thing as the current expenditure, which I applaud the president. We must commend the president for a fantastic job, because it's not every day you see capital project equal to the current expenditure. And we shouldn't be used to do anything less. And that is why we came out very strong that no, the integrity of Nigeria, integrity of international transactions, the central bank will go out to talk to other central banks across the world, and they will tell them they are operating two Senates. Even Senator Akpabio and myself, we are going to Geneva Convention. He's going to be confronted with questions that you operate two legislation. And how do we answer that? We only have one appropriation act. And I think Senator Nigi too must have regretted his actions, because they are just above the contemplation. They are beyond the dashboards of the engagement of credibility and honor.
One of us was found to have breached the rules of the Senate, and the senators deliberated on many options of sanctions against the erring senator. I'm of the view that if you don't allow people to make mistakes and correct it, then there will not be invention in the Senate. And to me, if we had allowed Mr. Mingi have made a mistake, quite okay. We all accepted that what he has said was a mistake. The only reason why it was a mistake, not because he said there were two budgets, is because he has agreed with the Senate President that he will hand over the document and the Senate President will study them and then revert back with his own opinion. But having failed to wait for the Senate President, I think that is why personally I supported the action. Otherwise, for him to think of there are two budgets Everybody is supposed to come up with new ideas. We are supposed to investigate and find out if he is right, he is right. If he is wrong, he is wrong. There is no question about it. But unfortunately, some Senate took it personally that their integrity has been impeached upon, and somebody must have to pay for that. So in the spirit of give and take, we have agreed in the Senate that, okay, we will suspend him in view of the majority position. But if he show any remorse, that and write a letter officially to the Senate that he is sorry, the Senate will look at it and they will recall him back. If he does that tomorrow, he will be recalled back next week. I think that is the most important take-home pay here. We are all in agreement that he should have waited for the Senate President to review the document before he go to the press. But having made that mistake, we have agreed that, okay, he can be suspended. But if he write officially to the Senate and apologize, that the Senate will recall him back.